Kamal Santamaria here in Doha with the world news from Al Jazeera. Japan's Prime Minister Taro Aso has effectively conceded defeat in the country's election. Exit polls show a landslide victory for the opposition Democratic Party of Japan. Taro Aso said he took responsibility for this historic defeat of his Liberal Democratic Party, which has dominated Japanese politics for decades. Steve Chow is in Tokyo and says the result underlines public anger over the economy.
The economy was one of the main factors in terms of the decision-making for the voters. And here's a statistic to give you sort of an example of this. This is not an economic problem that has been around for a year or 2 years. We're talking about 2 decades. From 1996 to 2008, for example, Japan's economy stayed the same, whereas in the United States, it grew 50%. So the economic stagnation is immense. At the same time, Japan is facing a major battle with an aging workforce, and at the same time, they have a growing debt, a mushrooming debt, up to perhaps 200% of the GDP in the next few years. So monumental problems and a big task ahead for the DPJ.
National election also held in Gabon on Sunday. Some voters lined up for hours to cast their ballot. Security was tight over fears of clashes by supporters of different political parties. For more than 40 years, the West Central African country was ruled by President Omar Bongo until his death earlier this year. Bongo's eldest son, Ali, is now favoured to win, but opponents claim the vote is being rigged. In what appears to be a major strategic and military move, defence sources say Saudi Arabia is close to signing a $2 billion deal to buy Russian arms. The deal is believed to include up to 150 attack and transport helicopters, as well as tanks and air defence systems. Saudi Arabia is one of the world's biggest arms importers, mainly buying from the United States and Western Europe. And in Pakistan, there is a severe shortage of sugar. Prices have doubled since the beginning of this year, and during the festive season of Ramadan, the steep rise is causing outrage among the people. Pakistan's 1 million tonnes short of what's needed, leading to panic buying and hoarding. Some say the reason behind the price rise is manipulation by major players in the sugar industry. Just some of the stories we're following here on Al Jazeera. There's plenty more on those and the rest of the day's news at aljazeera.net/English.